Mm-hmm.
Nailed it.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning. We are waking up
Morning.
along with you.
Hi.
And
Not only are we waking
water.
up, our systems are all waking up too. So apologies for the late start. We've had time.
Yeah. So, but yeah, welcome visitors and watchers and whoever to our Waterdeep game. There may or may not be sound you hear at some point, which would be brought to you by Sirenscape, but the GM and the other person who handles that, Katrina, have got new computers, new setups, and apparently it's not working like it used to, which it happens with new stuff. So we're
Sirenscape.
experiencing technical difficulties.
Ding. Ding. Okay.
Yeah, but Scotty said so. They're great, and if you want to watch our prior videos on Scott's channel to hear the greatness of them, go for it. They're hopefully within a week or so we will have all of our audio problems solved so that we can give you more of the wonderfulness, because I'm listening to some in the background right now and it's cool, but I don't think anyone can hear it. And if people can hear it at home and we can't hear it over our computers, that's weird. I'm just going to say that. I think that's weird.
I think I hear the snare drums.
There's no snare drums.
No?
Marching?
No, it's a rock song, so it's rock.
That is literally all we hear is the drums.
Yeah, only the snare drums
but I don't
coming
think that's
through.
a snare drum.
It sounds like a snare drum.
Weird.
Only the drums coming through, for sure.
You're gonna have to watch this.
Well, right now it's a drum beat, but before this was a guitar riff that was very loud. So, odd. Anyway, so if you do occasionally hear sound in the background as we try to get it working, it is brought to you by Sirenscape. Wonderful. It's got tons of sound sets. They even got a new beta player, which we have tried to test out, that will allow you to do what Sirenscape does, but with more precision, because you can control the individual tracks so much better. Because on the app, like, you have it here on the phone, but to kind of control each individual thing, I have to adjust the volume on the video that is screen.
I can't hear you again. Apparently, holding your phone up blocked your mic. Maybe your mic is dying, because I don't remember it being that bad.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I think you're leaning over top your microphone, and it's like, nope.
I think honestly he just had a bitrate slow down, because I noticed his video dropped too when he stopped getting audio in.
Oh, okay. Hopefully that's it, because that's like, I have no idea where the microphone on this computer is.
Is it a laptop?
Yes.
It's probably in the front middle of the keyboard. When I say front middle, I mean like the side facing you.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so D&D.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, but going through our morning announcements. Rough, slow start for some of us. Let's see. Yeah. So Soundscape sounds technical difficulties. So bear with us today of all days. That's nice. And I don't think there's any other morning announcements, unless somebody has one. Morning announcements sounds like school.
Yeah.
Game announcements. That sounds a bit better.
The dog. Not the dog. Somebody's left a message and I Freudian slipped. Our pigeon Pidgelies would probably say in the morning, "Coo." And that's what wakes us up in the morning.
You try to sleep in, it just comes over and slaps you.
I assume that we left all the animals on the... Yeah, he's on the ship, not with us. We're on the planet. Exploring...
He can fly towards you and slap you. Oh yeah, so where we last left off, everyone went to our favorite weird-ass planet, Radix, and a completely different multiverse than the one they are currently in. Through a tunnel, through far realm space. It's quite interesting, and they've arrived during interesting events. They went through a Trogg village, 2 of them actually. Met some interesting Troggs.
Oh, we got there in time for book day.
Oh yeah. the exchange of books and knowledges, because the Trogs are very intellectual beings who value knowledge above all else. Different than what they're used
Apparently.
to.
They're very hungry for
And
knowledge.
they got a yes. And they lent you a sled with their giant jumping frogs for transport, which
That's right, I forgot that.
yeah, so makes things interesting as you transverse. Very interesting. Very nice. Okay. And you were heading towards the north to the Xenon Empire because that's where you saw the Mind Flayer ships kind of go, and you were tasked with investigating so you can report back of the goings-ons on this strange new world where no man has gone before.
We also, when we left the second Trog village, they had encountered a Mind Flayer themselves, but we don't think it was the pilot. They killed it. They had a corpse. We looked at it enough that Rogh and Patience could maybe accurately disguise themselves as it, and took the weird like speaking device thing they had, I think, and his sword, and that was it. And we were just leaving the village when we left off.
Yeah, there was like a kid that got lost, and we went back to put him back in his village or something.
Yeah.
That's right.
Because Kevin's like, you could just leave him at this village and let them handle it. And we're like, no! Backtrack. Protect the child.
We're meddlesome adventurers. It's what we do.
Don't let NPCs do shit. Only us. No NPCs. Only adventure. Yeah, so I guess we load up the frogs and head on out again.
Load up the frogs? Would that be you just like give them something, they just, nope.
And you proceed to hop away from the village. It's a happening journey. Very hoppy.
Really? Really?
Give you some beer that's full of hops. Mr. Frogs.
Apparently they did give us alcoholic milk.
Filled with lots of hops. Apparently.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Oh, like alcoholic milk is one thing, but alcoholic milk with hops.
It's not IPA, it's MPA.
That's fermented. That's fermented milk, not alcoholic. They're not the same.
Yeah, I mean, you get alcohol from fermentation, but you can also get it from just adding alcohol to milk. In either case, I don't think I'd want it. It sounds like cottage cheese. It sounds like high-test cottage cheese.
Kahlua. A White Russian. You add milk to those.
Or I'm trying to remember. There's an alcohol made from camel milk.
Maybe camel milk, but yeah. So the alcoholic dwarf is telling you about all the various kinds of alcohol you can produce.
And then my mic is doing what Kev's mic does every time we hop. Just fading in and out.
So you journey to the north after I think it was a day or two from north, was it?
Yeah.
Day to north, you see in the distance a larger settlement. This one looks like there's it's more of a city and there's stone walls, but along the path as you're hopping, you start to know that there's pikes with what look like Mind Flayer heads shoved on them.
Nice.
Very civil. I like this place.
Yeah.
I mean, at least we're clear on whose side they're on.
Yeah.
As you get closer, you start noticing that there's a lot of really shiny dragonborns here. There's other people too, but a lot more of these weird ass looking dragonborn. They almost look like white and silver had a baby.
They almost look
A little-
platinum. They almost look platinum.
Yeah, with like little dab of blue, maybe.
Do you think maybe it's the sunlight that's different here because it's a different sun that's making them look like a different color?
I remember hearing
I mean,
rumors.
they don't really like much share the same like facial features and things. So I'm thinking maybe it's just they have whole different dragons here.
Oh shit, that's right, because the like crests and everything would be a little different.
I
They got
remember
frills.
That's weird.
There was a dragonborn on the city watch. I remember them talking about how there's supposedly like this legendary breed of platinum scaled dragonborn.
That's just because of the platinum dragon, the god. He didn't actually make any other platinum dragons or dragonborn.
I don't know. I mean, you could try asking
I
some
mean-
locals here if they've ever heard of the platinum dragon.
I mean, I also had never heard of hippo men before a couple of months ago,
Yeah, no.
so
Total long shot. Like, I'm not saying that they're not gonna know. I mean, they're a dragon god after all, but you know, I wouldn't expect.
yeah, sure. I guess we should find somewhere to hook up the frog cart, I guess. Let's look for a tavern or something or an inn.
Is there a freshwater pond nearby?
I was just thinking we need to find like a livery pond to put them up in.
Well, do you guys
Yeah.
get close to the city?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Initiative?
So, as you approach the city gates, you notice that there's about 30 guards standing around there, and one of the
Jesus.
dragons, dragon will walk up. It's wearing no real armor, but its scales are decorated with like scarification and like tattoos, kind of barbaric looking a bit, and just like puts his hand out and starts speaking in Draconic. It's like, what do you want?
Do any of us speak Draconic?
I don't even have
Ooh,
my language.
Might.
I don't even have my languages written down, so I'm assuming I speak Common
No.
and Dwarven, and that's it.
I also
I
would
don't-
like to think Thana can also speak drunk. So when there's a drunk rambler, she just knows what they're saying.
Wait, fuck it. No, I'm a monk.
Irish.
I understand him. I'm a high level monk. I have the voice of the sun or some shit.
The
I
drunken
can
son.
speak and
Mhm.
understand all languages. Or everyone that hears me can understand me, and I can understand everybody that talks to me.
It is the drunken tongue.
Yeah.
I can cast comprehend languages, but I can't speak back. So we're gonna need some tongues up in here.
But I can do it.
Okay.
What did they say? I heard hissing.
What did they say, Kevin?
Said, halt, skinned people.
We're travelers.
No
We were
shit.
hoping for a place to rest.
Why? Why'd you come here? Huh?
We're hunting the mind flayers. We saw one headed this way.
Was it one of them? Pointing to the heads on spikes.
How do
Don't
you
think
say they
so.
all look alike to me in their language? Like this to Thana.
I believe that's vicious mockery. They don't need to understand that.
I wasn't.
You
vicious
know, it's
mockery,
funny.
bad.
I don't actually know how to say it. It's just whatever I say in common, they also understand.
Yeah,
It's
monks get the
weird.
power of Western cinema, where everyone just conveniently speaks the same language.
Get the power of translation convention.
Mhm.
To be fair, that's not just Western cinema. I guess it's just cinema in general.
It's more common with American movies, but yeah.
I can tell you in anime, when they go to visit America, everyone's speaking Japanese.
So it doesn't
That's how it
sound.
rolls.
It doesn't sound like they're interested in letting us in. I said we're hunting mind flayers, and well, no, you understand my end of the language, my end of it.
Hmm.
Uh,
So
they asked
We're not
if we
sure.
saw him on the pikes.
yeah, I was like, do any of them look familiar? Because I think we just saw a ship, right? We didn't actually see like a specific mind, right?
Yeah, we just saw the ship. I don't believe this is one of ours. The one we were looking for was in a flying vessel.
Huh.
We believe it crashed somewhere around here.
Huh.
We have coin we're willing to spend if you give us a place to rest for the night.
Looks at all of you. Unusual to
Fuck,
have
by the way,
elves
I'm
here.
messy.
20 gold per person to enter the city and host your weapons.
Jesus, they want
Since they're
20
all-
gold to holster
It's the
weapons.
skinned price. Any being without scales.
They want 20 gold a person to enter the city.
It's tribute.
Screw that. Let's just keep going.
I agree with
But
Serene.
we could learn stuff here, but they're assholes.
They're assholes. There's
They're
no
cl-
point.
They're clearly doing pretty good if they're leaving mind flare heads on pikes.
That's the thing. They might know more than the Trogs did.
Would they be
They also
willing
might
to
not be
tell
able
us
to.
anything?
This is a
I
border.
mean,
This is a border
While
town.
insulting us.
This is a border town, so they're going to be even more racist than normal. Because they're going to be like, "Stay out of our town, you outsiders."
What do you think, Rogh?
I mean, do we really know how much further the next town is and whether or not they're going to be any more accommodating? It's not like we don't have the money to spend. I mean, yeah, it's a steep asking price, and yeah, they're probably going to be a bunch of shackles. But, I mean, what's the next town over? Any better? It might
We
be
don't know
30 to
when-
get in the door.
Yeah, we don't know when we're going to run into another town. Besides, we're in the Empire now. Everyone is going to be an asshole to us, right?
Oh,
Presumably, we would be in the Empire now, right, Kevin?
you're asking the dragon that's the dragonborn in front of you?
No, I'm asking the GM that. Because we were
You don't
told
know-
that the
you don't know where the
Empire was,
borders
like
are.
X amount of days away.
Well, if it works like most medieval societies, the moment you get to the place where they start taxing you for the new guys, you're in the Empire. And he's asking for the entrance tax. So, presumably, Empire.
Stands to reason it's not
It's-
going to get much
It's
friendlier.
it's new for the Forgotten Realms, though. We're used to just being like, "Oh, hey, welcome to Waterdeep," or "Oh, hey, welcome to Baldur's Gate."
They just look down on the ground and there's a distinct border. It's like, huh, that's weird.
Yeah, this is more like the Riften Gate where you get shook down for money.
Toll?
Yeah.
What is this, Undermountain?
I mean,
I-
look, I don't mind paying the 20 gold to get in there.
Yeah, we have it
know,
in the
we-
group fund.
Yeah, I don't. If he means he can get off, he's got the second frogs for a while.
Hmm.
My ours hasn't felt like this brush week at the school.
I mean, if you guys want to pay it,
I see Kevin over like trying not to laugh.
What was that?
What
I think
Jesse
I broke
just said.
Kevin quietly.
It's funny.
I mean, if you
Um,
guys want to pay it, sure, why not? I think it's BS, but I mean, I'm used to it.
I mean,
Yeah,
of course
we'll
it's
pay
posted, but
the
you know,
entrance fee.
what's this stuff?
It's entrance fee and your
Uh,
taxes.
Well, so the 20 gold a person then, yeah?
Yep, so 80
Yep.
gold.
Okay. I paid it out of the group fund.
Plus 10 for each frog. Plus 5
are
for the
free.
cart.
It's like the frogs are free. They're not intelligent enough to, taxed.
Rude.
Yeah, I was gonna say the one frog with you. I was like, the nerve of this ass.
Didn't we run into a polymorph tree that was a trog at one point in the first village or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not outside the realm of possibility.
To understand the animals that we utilize, we must be the animals we utilize.
So stupid.
I like to think the frogs, instead of actually saying anything, they just go, "Eee." Because that's what frogs do when they're agitated.
Inward into the city.
That was really cute, Callie. Alright, so...
I still just love the frog that screams and then you put him underwater and you think it's gonna like stop and it just is underwater bubbling.
So you
Okay, so
walk
what's the
into
city
the
look like on
town.
the inside? Yeah.
It's seen better days. It's pretty rough. Could probably use repairs places. There are a few buildings that look like in good repairs, but noticeably stable one that looks like they've repaired. But a lot of the buildings are pretty run down. The people, like non Dragonborn, look like they've been seeing better things. You know, the whole stereotypical kind of like wearing kind of rags, walking the streets, kind of like Paris, right around the Revolution, that kind of stuff.
Oof.
So people in there just kind of eyeballing you as you walk in. But you notice anything that has scales seems to be better off. Like you see like a couple kobolds, different kinds of dragonborns, and they're all seem pretty doing decent.
Sorry, I'm allergic to racism. But it's fine.
So, Kevin, can I use my stone cunning to try and guess how recently all of this like architecture was fucked up?
You could also ask somebody.
Well, yeah, but everybody here is assholes, so I'm gonna try it my own first.
You've talked to one person.
Oh boy,
Oh god, I feel another sneeze coming on.
I just
Just saying, you
realized
talked to
my
one person.
I just realized my bonus.
That's
for
like going
this.
to Baltimore City, get shot one time, and think the whole city's going to kill you.
I mean, that's still not great practice, you know. Oh shit, I get a +10 to this roll because it's double my proficiency modifier. 23.
Nice.
I cast
I
doubt
rolled
on
a
that roll, which is
13.
pretty high.
Cast down.
Looks like it's relatively recent, the damage. You can still see debris laying around and things like that.
Okay.
Like,
So it looks recent. Are all of the like signs for shops and inns and everything in Draconic as well?
there's many of them are still in Dixie and Common, but you see a lot of them are being crossed out with paint and the Draconic starting to be written on them.
Okay.
As you're walking, you just see a like 3 foot tall, what looks like a child come up. It's like, can I have some food?
In what language?
Common.
Hmm.
Can I have some food, please? You're visitors. You're
Trying to
rich.
remember. I know the Trogs gave us food, but I don't remember what it was.
Hey, Serene,
But
can
I
you
will
grab a
give them
ration
what
in
I
the
have.
back?
Okay,
Because I'm like running the wagon or whatever, right?
I grab a ration and I hand it to the kid and I say, "Here you go," and I give a little pat.
Thanks. He just like runs away.
Oh god, he's the little fennec fox from Zootopia.
I'm so mad right now. I just got.
Was it a kobold or a dragonborn, or was it like a humanoid?
Probably kobold.
Halfling.
A halfling bald.
It's
Damn it.
halfling.
It was a bald halfling.
How did we not clock? How did you not clock that?
Yeah, like halfling children would be 4 feet or
4 feet? Wow, that is a huge
tiny.
halfling. That is like a basketball player halfling there.
Yeah.
Well, you see, now malnourished halflings sometimes can disguise themselves pretty easily as children.
Yeah. I think the
Before
book
you-
does straight up say
If
that.
they're malnourished, I'm not as upset as I was when you did that. So, okay.
I'm doing the math. I don't think halflings can get to 4 feet.
I think back in the day,
The highest
tallest.
they can get is 3-3.
Yeah, I think back in the day there was a subspecies of halfling, the tall fellow, who could get like towering at 4 feet for the abnormally large guys. But that was like a rare one, so yeah. So as you're walking, you go to the
I
end.
want to.
There's a stable. There's actually a price list where it tells you how
Oh.
much the pricing is. Stabling for per animal for normal animals is 5 silver a head, and then your cart, whatever, is typically depending on your space, the big space, but also about 5 silver.
Would we count as normal animals or exotic?
Well, you do see a stable hand, and they're a middle-aged human just sitting there, kind of like.
So would these guys be normal or exotic? Pointing at the
Tieflings?
frogs.
Oh,
The frogs.
They're relatively normal around here. There's some trogs down south, so we know what to feed them. So we do the 5 silver.
You see like a dead
I mean, you can
frog
get
leg
more if you
around the
want.
corner, and he like kicks it back around the corner.
Yeah, it's like
Ooh, boy.
Yeah, I'll pay the 15 out of the group fund. 15 silver, yeah. Okay.
it's like thanks. They would be well taken care of. We don't get many, so what supplies we do have for animals, we'll surely go to them in a well humane way.
So, how long ago were you guys besieged by the mind flayers? I noticed some damage and everything.
The mind flayers. No, the damage isn't from the mind flayers. No, the mind flayer attack was about a month and a half ago. Yeah. All this damage, that's when the Xenons came in and basically took over. We were sieged for a while, but that was about 4 or 5 months ago when they took over the town. Slowly now
Oh.
rebuilding. Yeah. They have some very draconian laws, which is
Ah.
ironic in many ways.
Ah. Ah.
Yeah. Start bringing in what they call the superior scaled species to take over the, better things in society. And yeah.
Oh boy. Gonna
I
be
don't see
one of
many
those
elves
kind of
around
things.
here either, so your friend kind of sticks out. It's pretty nifty.
Why not?
Oh, they're on the other side of the planet mainly. They kind of stick to themselves. They haven't really done too much lately. They got apparently this huge Vertin like paradise, rose something or other. I don't know, but yeah, apparently they like it there.
I like that idea. We should go there.
Well, yeah, but we're kind of doing a thing, so.
For
Sure, but like
Yeah, you can go
when we're
next
done.
door.
for a stable boy, you know a lot about the world.
Well, a lot of
common.
travelers used to come through and tell me tales as we used to, put their horses and other animals up, and they just like talking. I mean, you ever met a bunch of adventurers who drink a lot? They talk a lot.
Looks at Thana.
Oh no. Never seen that in my life.
Yeah,
Not
just
ever.
like this time last year before the Empire came in, like this was a bustling trade town, and like people from all across Radix used to come and be like, "Hey, this is a great place because of different things we have, and it's pretty cool." But Empire's basically slowly taking over.
The
Yeah.
booze that we got from the trogs, and what kind of containers are they in? Are they in like little separate bottles, or are they in like a big clay jugs, or?
Drugs. They're probably in a series of bottles.
Okay. I say thank you for the
Enough that
thank you for the information, and I hand up one.
Oh,
Trog made.
yeah, they used to come up here a bit more to look at the library.
Ooh, library. Where's that? And
It was over there.
Oh.
Library?
Yeah, the remains are over there.
Oh no.
Yeah, the
Yeah, should have seen that coming.
yeah
What
the
did they like burn it down or just like smash it with siege weapons?
they smashed and took out the books. Don't know what they did with the books, but they're slowly rebuilding a new one, full of draconian texts about the history of their peoples and stuff like that.
Are there any laws of the land we should know?
There's a tiered system. The Xenons, Draconian or Dragonborn, other scaled, everything else. Except for dogs. Dogs are up there. Dogs are
Damn.
actually superior to anything that's not scaled.
We left ours elsewhere.
Yeah, but they believe dogs are superior to most non-scaled species because of their loyalty and intelligence.
What exactly does that mean? Does that mean like if we go over to the fountain, there's like a scaled fountain and there's a non-scaled fountain? Like
No,
what
it
are we
means
what are we
like
talking about?
like if you want to buy property, you can't. Everything that if you let's say you own a business like this inn, depending on who owns it, depends on how much taxes you do. So like the Xenon pay no taxes, but then when you go down to the scale, we pay close to 60% of our income as tax. Stuff like that. So, and then certain professions can only be up for the scaled people, while non-scaled can have other professions.
Hmm.
Weapons, unless you're if you're a citizen of the Empire and you don't have scales, you can only own certain weapons like a dagger and a club.
I look over at
Do you want to
Serene.
put your everything in the bag of holding?
Yeah. I guess.
If you're visitors, they tolerate it because you're not
thank
yet
God.
citizens.
Oh, okay.
Because they're not sure if you're ambassadors or something yet. Once they find out, they'll probably be on you like flies on shit. But
You don't know I'm not an ambassador.
Yeah, where's Ambassador Leo? Did we leave him?
What?
What was that?
Ambassador Leo. Remember him?
Yeah, yeah.
Nope, I don't recall. Both in and out of
Ambassador
character.
Leo, it's a mouse.
Yes,
Leo,
it's a mouse today.
Oh, right, your bag of tricks. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my list of the names of all of them. I think I named the rat Ratatouille. So.
Oh my God, you actually named each one. That is
Of
so
course.
fucking cute.
I'm working on them.
If she can get a herd of abyssal chickens and name every single one of them,
I did. I named all of my abyssal chickens, and I missed a lot.
and then the DM refused to let her keep them because they're little demons and no one controls
here it
them.
is. Here's my list. So the lion's Ambassador Leo, the rat's Ratatouille, the goat's horse. That's all I've got so far.
The goat's horse. Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
it's a reference.
Have you tried giving him a cough drop?
Oh, there's another thing that I forgot. There's another set of rules that make the other set like there's. Remember, I was saying that there's the Xenon and then the hierarchy. There's a second thing. Might makes right. So if you're not scaled and you can manage to beat those around you and just show yourself as the toughest mofo, you will move up the hierarchy and be considered a one step below equal of the tiers.
Okay. So at this point, Rogh's smile immediately threatens to lop the top of his head off.
Ah! Oh.
Yeah, I was supposed to say that's a Grinch grin there.
Yeah, it is. Like, okay, I think I know how we're going to go about this. Who's the boss in the town?
Oh no!
What is this, jail?
Oh my God, Frog! I love how we immediately went from let's find a place to stable our beasts and get some food to let's kill the mayor and take over this joint.
No. Nobody said kill. Nobody said kill. We are not a band of random raving murder
You
hopes.
literally
We are,
just
however-
mentioned beheading someone.
No. I said to behead myself because I'm smiling so wide.
Oh,
Like it's going to
okay.
take the top of my head off, right? Like
Okay.
not somebody else's head. No. No. Look, the lad said might makes right here, right? So
Yeah.
when in Chult, do as the Chultans do. And now we're in this weird ass Dragonborn land, and they say that might makes right. And I mean, it might be a bit of a rash assumption, but I say we probably could stand toe to toe with pretty much anybody here, just in terms of a drag out fight.
And the person in charge
Pitch.
is General Bessem.
Pitch.
Okay, so
All right.
you know, like maybe just a nice little friendly knuckle duster as between friends, and then maybe we get on with our business.
Pitch.
I'm not like saying we have to fight to blood or anything. Fuck.
I mean,
I mean,
Nobody?
let's try and
I
learn some
mean-
more about
I
this
mean,
town
we
first.
could-
Because for all we know, when they say general, they mean like, I don't know, maybe he's up there like the last general we fought, which kicked our ass when we were in the like Shadowfell. You don't remember that guy? He had the flail that
Yeah.
Patience has.
Hmm.
No memory of this.
no, I remember that guy.
That's Rogh. He was down in the Shadowfell. That was the Domains of Dread.
Hmm.
Ah, that's the word.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I,
that's fucker.
yeah, I think
Yeah, that fucker.
Patience has his flow right now.
Yep.
That's what I
But
said.
I mean,
Well, it's currently
we're
a
also
rod.
here, right? So clearly we were stronger than him.
What was that? Well, valid.
Looks over and like my shadow goes to move. Like I'm the new Dark Lord, and it's gonna slowly pull me in. I've never seen that in a campaign before. Flashback to
Uh,
Paulton.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So
That,
is your shadow does your shadow have a mind of its own, more like Peter Pan or more like Dracula?
It'd be more like Well, never mind. It was a reference to a show, but it was more like Dracula.
so, did that sign we saw tell like what's on the menu?
I have to go inside unless you want to eat what the frog is
okay.
going to eat.
Nope. We're gonna head on in. Any suggestions for what meal is best in here?
Spiced potatoes. We got some of that. We have very low on meat, as in I'm hoping you guys don't like meat because it's very vegetarian.
I hate this
Diet.
planet.
Meat. Most of the meat has gone to the Empire because the Xenons are apparently almost dedicated carnivores. Apparently, they're also lactose intolerant.
Oh, you don't say.
And alcohol makes them homicidal maniacs, so don't give them that.
Okay.
I give a good uncomfortable stare at one of the Xenons walking by as I'm just examining them, probably a little too closely.
Just right up on them.
Yeah,
But,
pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm
There's-
going to the tavern.
You go in. You see a green tinged Dragonborn behind the bar.
We're looking for food and board.
Oh, yeah, that's generally what people come into taverns and inns for. Food, beer, place to sleep. We
Yeah.
are glad to provide all that to the few visitors we get through town. It's very nice.
Do I see a price board?
The price, he's like, I can pull one out for you. It's called a menu.
What?
Yeah, it's like what people used to put on top, but it's individualized so that each person can grab one and look over it at their leisure instead of having to stand at the bar staring behind me. And then when I'm like, "What do you want?" They're like, "What do you want?" It's right there. Just tell me
We
what you
should
want, and they
take
just
this
stare.
theory. We should take this theory home. That's smart. It'd be better than people trying to ask the ghost what he wants for what kind of booze we have.
Okay, but like, what's to stop these people from running off with our menus?
It's just a menu. It doesn't have the recipe.
So you guys own an inn where a spirit you can talk to a spirit for spirits?
I can't believe
Oh,
you've
I-
never made that joke, Rogh. Yes, we
I'm pretty
do.
certain I have, actually. It was just many games ago.
I think that was like
Ah,
one
okay.
of the first jokes I think you made. The second
We
you
just
met the
got that out the
ghost.
way early.
Valid.
Yeah.
That is interesting. Yeah, where on Radix is your tavern in?
Pretty
Uh,
far away.
It's in a little town called Schmurfenstan.
Oh, Smurfenson! I got a cousin from there. Yeah, I like
Oh,
that
man.
place. It is pretty far away, but yeah, when you go there, make sure you ask for the Smurf drinks. They're pretty delicious there.
I'm gonna wrangle
We
you
all
two if
blue?
you add that to our Radix map.
Please do it, please.
It's like, oh, if you guys are from Smurfenson, reach
God
down.
damn
Here's
it,
some
now I'm gonna
coupons.
write this. Oh God.
Oh,
Everything's
okay.
blue there.
I'm not even. Well, you know, Patience he doesn't think, and I'm like, oh, well, here's some coupons to our tavern.
God damn it, Patience.
Cool. If I ever make it
They
down
say
there, I
it's
will.
got water deep on it.
Well, if I ever make it down, I will be sure to use your coupons. It's a recent invention of ours. Coupons. Yeah, me and my old adventuring party, we travel around and we, used to and stuff. Been living here for a while. I mean, I guess I'm a bit privileged because I'm scaled, so they leave me alone for the most part. But it's probably one reason they rebuilt this place since it's under, as they call it, the superior ownerships. Yeah.
Have you? So what's been the local news lately with weird octopus men? Because that's actually why we came into town.
Oh, those guys. Yeah, apparently they have become a major nuisance to the Empire. Well, for us, we've only experienced it for a couple months because we're near the fringe. But further in, there's been a lot of battling with these guys. Apparently, they are a slaving race from somewhere else who've come in and start kidnapping and doing whatever it is invading space people do. Anal probes, I don't know. But apparently, their main shtick is that they are powerful psionics and can like screw with your brain and stuff. It's kind of funny. The Xenon Dragonborn are resistant to mental attacks, so they aren't really as effective as they're hoping. So it's apparently they got a bit of a surprise when they invaded. Yeah. But it's been a while trying to take them out because they're like cockroaches. They just don't want to leave. That's a reference to both the Empire and the Mind Flayer, guys.
Well, it sounds like the Empire's a necessary evil at the moment, then.
I mean, it's working, but the oppression is kind of bad.
I'm used to it.
Really? Why?
Oh, well, in Schmurfenstand, us devil folk have a very negative bias on us.
Oh,
I don't
never heard about
understand
that one.
why, because like everyone we talk to is like, wow, devil people are super hot, and I always wanted to like, if I could play one in a play or on a game where it was a game on a table with a grid, I would always want to play one because they look so cool, and it's like that's weird.
Oh, the grid. I have a cousin who mentioned that there's this area in the outer planes called the grid, and slowly growing as if just starting to encompass other things. It's really interesting. Maybe that's what you're talking about. Then there's the maze. You want to avoid the Great Maze.
Yeah, we heard the Trog mention that place.
Yeah,
Is it like another plane?
Must be amazing.
it's another thing. There's several gods and demons and other weird things in that place. There's like more than one layer, and each layer is even more complex.
We have fought a couple of
Mazes?
fiends.
Oh.
I don't remember whether they were demons or devils. I just saw like, I mean, they spoke like one of those languages I don't understand, and we kind of just killed it because it's what you
Speaking
do
of
with
maze,
devils and
though,
demons.
corn chowder. It's on the menu. It's
Oh.
our specialty right now.
Call it base. Anyway.
Your
Sure.
favorite.
I also was told the potatoes are great, so I will have some of that
yes.
and whatever is the like.
What is the hottest thing you have on the menu?
You
As
mean
in spicy.
or there you go.
Well, we do have a ghost chili vegetarian stew. It's ghost chili, habanero, jalapeno, with some curry powder and Tabasco sauce in it.
I'll
Oh,
take that.
yeah, I was about to say it's mild, but that'll do. I'll get one of those.
Yeah,
Like-
we
What's the vegetables in it? It's just fucking full
It's just-
jalapenos.
It's just
Those are the vegetables.
peppers.
That's all you need.
Peppers are vegetable.
Okay. All right. All right.
Oh, there's
I know
also
they
tomatoes to
feed it like-
mild to calm it down.
Tomatoes to calm it down. I
Nice
will
fingers.
have
but-
the potatoes and whatever beer that you offer.
Yeah. So overall, like a full meal for everybody is about a silver. Relatively cheap. Again,
None of us
they-
are scaled though, isn't it? Like a gold each
it's
instead.
like- no, the taxes are taken out of me, not you guys.
Oh, he's nice.
Yeah. They reverse the sales tax because if they charge the people sales tax, they're afraid they won't actually spend their money and hoard it. So instead, they tax the businesses more so than the people, except for the yearly tax, which is based upon your annual income.
The funny thing is, that's actually pretty similar to Waterdeep, I think, because we pay a significant sum in taxes, or rather, Neverember pays a significant sum in taxes.
Hey,
Aha.
hey, Jimmy, what was your favorite episode of Rain Misrule? The one where they talked about taxes.
Yeah.
I was gonna make that joke earlier when we were talking about a bunch of other stuff, and I was like, I have no part in this, and we're not playing.
I will. I'll buy everybody's meals, and I'll give him an extra silver because he's being nice.
Oh,
No.
thanks. But yeah, also vegetables are pretty cheap in mass. Meat, on the other hand, woo, we do have a few meat dishes, but they're very expensive.
Like how expensive?
Well, we have a beef stew that's 5 gold a bowl.
That's pretty
And let me
expensive.
guess, it's not really the best beef either.
I'll lean over to Serene. How much of a killing do you think we could make if I sold all the jerky in my pack right now? Or the dried
would-
sausages?
Not worth it. We
It would
need
be
it for the
straight up
trip. I
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
I need that for the trip. I'm not gonna. This is tasty, but I can't survive on just veggies.
Just saying, if you give it to him for free and then we come back in 1,000 years, you might actually like hate the track of history. Chrono Trigger, nothing. Jerky.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't know how long halflings live, but I don't expect to live 1,000 years.
You don't think we're gonna go the long way, do you?
Oh. Oh shit! Yeah, we have time traveled before. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's true.
You do notice that, including you four, there are 7 people in the inn.
Oh, so they heard
What?
all of this magic.
So
What?
That's
No.
So a bunch of smooth skins just roll up in here and talking mad shit about giving away meat and
Oh no, I whispered the stuff about the meat.
Another dwarf's like, "Oh, you're looking for meat, eh?" That's a nice beard you got there.
Who else is in the tavern? Is it all like scalies or is it smooth
you
skins as well?
at the other table,
it's a
you
smoothie
see.
bar.
Yeah, so now counting you guys and the bartender, there are, just trying to think, all the races in D&D. There are a lot of them.
Cue Joe Cat's
Oh.
Guide to Races, and then we're good.
Races. Oh wait, are there a bunch of retroverse races in here too? Like, are there
I'm
like
also
one
trying to
orange
remember
in
what
here?
races those are.
Werewolf.
Oh yeah,
Right.
It has
Classic.
4
Somebody
arms.
fucking right.
yeah. You see what
Oh,
appears to
dear.
be a weird-looking mutated elf, maybe, and 2 wolf people. Those are the other 3 in the tavern. Oh, sitting at
How
a
many
table.
arms do they have?
Currently only 2. They don't need to utilize the other ones yet.
The Dwarven salute.
They just sit there, and you occasionally hear snippets of the conversation. The two wolf people are like, no fucking weed in this town. Wish we could just leave, but we don't have the money for a new place. Fuck.
I
Really
smell
could
side
use a
quest.
steak. Yeah, the person's like, I don't know what your problems are. I am fine eating all these vegetables. My farts have never been nicer with all the beans I've been eating.
Okay, yeah, that's Venari. Yeah.
How about-
mhm.
Do we want to maybe invite those two and see if they want to come on our ship with us? Leave here and go sail the high seas and have meat.
I feel like we would need to talk to the captain about it before we just like
Normally,
press
I'm
gang people into joining.
okay
Okay.
with jumping the gun.
How many sending stone then? Pass it over.
What? Say that again.
Pass over the
Saying pass over the sending stone. He wants to see the message.
Oh shit! Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Could
so,
also just we could also just offer to help him get to another town that's a little bit nicer than this one.
I mean, yeah, but then they'd still be under the auspices of the Empire, or like along the conquering front, and so they'd just be back in the same situation soon.
Yeah, valid.
Anyway, so message runs requesting permission to recruit new hands for the ship while we're on planet side.
Message comes back. Can only carry so many people, so be judicious about any new hires. Bring them. Test. We will test them. I think that's enough for within the 25-word limit.
Adequate. All right. So no, we got the green light to go ahead and recruit people here, but we've got to be picky and choosy. I mean, they'll vet them to see if they're fit for it, but if we see any good candidates, we're allowed to come or I'll offer them an out.
Okay, valid.
I'm sure you guys wouldn't like this, but maybe we should get Xenon Dragonborn if they're resistant to Mind Flare stuff.
I mean, if we find any that aren't douchebags.
Or willing to leave here. I mean, they've got a pretty sweet setup.
That's fair, yeah.
Want to leave their land of privilege and ease for going and fighting and fuck off, having adventure.
Fair enough.
Because let's face it, you don't go adventuring because you're having a happy, well-adjusted life.
I mean, you do if you're rich and you're bored.
All right, Batman.
I mean, that's still like
Looks
you're
at
not
almost
happy because you're bored.
looks at almost every bard I've ever seen as a
Beg your
player
pardon.
character. Usually noble background.
Really?
Yeah. And paladin. Paladin has that a bit.
Paladin noble often, yeah. But
I was that in one of my first campaigns. The reason I adventured is the only difference between normal people and nobles in the guy's campaign was one was covered in shit, the other one was not. So it's basically like, you need to make a living. Get your ass out of here. But we're nobles and rich. It means nothing. We have no money. Because no one in this fucking world does. God
was
damn
that
it.
the guy that also had like every caravan, trade caravan had to have a small army with them because the wilderness was
Yes.
so dangerous?
Yes.
Reminds me of the Monty Python bit. It's like, it must be king. Why? Because he hasn't got shit all over him.
Essentially. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
do we want to like talk to these wolf people? Like
I'm
see what they know?
I'm gonna go talk to
Yeah,
them.
that's pretty good.
You
What's
Yeah,
up?
I'll go strike up a conversation with the Winari.
What's a rye? What's a lunari?
I'm gonna go talk to the big-eared person because as a big-eared person, I feel weird about another big-eared person. Anyway,
What kind of rye are they? What color are they? What do they look like?
Are they the primordial rye? The ones before all the variants happened?
You mean an elf? No.
They're
No, it's a
an
white on
they're
rye, hold the ham.
an Eevee rye. The original base version.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
that's just an elf. though.
In the lore, they are descent of elves, so
Yeah.
it is a I don't know.
The Rye depend on
Fly
what area they're in. So
there's-
what's the terrain around here? What's the environment?
Fly rye? I don't know. I'm trying to remember which area you went in.
Well, we were in forest, but they don't. He
Shit.
doesn't really have a arboreal one yet.
So Void Rye, got it.
I'm
It-
typing them all out.
I will make up one that's extinct now. It's a fly rye.
What?
The ears are wings.
Yeah, it's got like feathers and stuff.
That's actually pretty baller.
Yeah, you should do
Oh, I
write
thought
that
they
one.
had like stutter shapes and they were just super hip.
You should you should unironically write that one down though.
Fly rye.
The
Does he have
fly
like
rye.
does he have a ghetto blaster?
You are
Wow.
aware there are like 26 types of Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
That is so many
I think there's a few
subraces.
more than that.
I hate my life.
Yeah, are you talking about types or how many actual Pokemon? Because there's like 9,000 Pokemon.
Types.
Oh, like elemental type?
Okay, yeah, that's close to like 16.
Like normal,
25.
flying, poison,
Right. Okay.
fairy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so
It might be a Razor Rye with this current situation. Or Stone. It's the Stone Town.
I just made a new one up. So this one has feathers.
It is a fly right now. Yep.
Kind of pending.
Word.
Pretty fly for a Rye guy.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Would that be pretty fly for a white rye?
Yes.
There you go.
That'd be more accurate.
Serene goes over to the weird elf thing with feathers, and Rogh and someone else goes to the wolf
Oh.
people.
I'll go talk with the wolf
Yeah.
people.
Of course you would.
Are there any Xenon Dragonborn here? Probably not. They're probably too
Nope.
pretentious.
There are, counting you, 7 patrons. So the 4 of you, plus the 3 you're just going to go talk to now.
Oh, plus the Rye and the 2 Hunari. Sweet.
I enjoy my spicy stew, I guess.
So good. The spices are amazing.
They could use a little more spice though.
Blue-eyed guy comes. Here you go.
Whoa, the flow.
So we will begin with Serene and the Rye, new sitcom on TBS. It's just like, oh, hello. How's it going?
Hi. This may be rude. But
Well, yeah, just coming over and start talking sometimes is, but I'm fine with it because I'm very a Gregory people. I like talking to people.
well, I was talking about the next thing that I'm going to say. Your ears, they're nice.
Are you hitting on me?
No,
Oh,
I also have big ears. And I was just wondering, what race are you? I'm not from around here.
oh, well, my species, I am of the genus Rye, and specifically I am of the flying type Rye. There's not many of us. We normally come from high peaks and stuff like that, where our we learn to our adaptations are a little bit better. But I'm a traveler. I coming through here trying to document the war. I'm a reporter of wars, you could say. Yeah. But yeah, I am the flying type Rye.
Okay.
And I think you're a tiefling or a tiefling, as some people also pronounce it.
Yeah, I'm a tiefling and not a devil or a demon or
Well, of course not. If you were, I mean, you'd be big and scary and or evil and seductive. That's how demons and devils are.
yeah. Well,
I mean,
just-
she's like part of both of those?
What?
Nothing.
Huh?
Big and scary and pretty.
Oh, thank you. Well, I it's nice to meet somebody else with big ears. I normally am the big one with big ears, so it was nice to meet you. I'm Serene.
Yes. My name is Nix.
Next.
Good to meet you. Yeah. But yeah, it's good. You can sit down and have a meal. The innkeeper has made a new thing called ratatouille a la orange. It sounds horrible, but I'm willing to give it a try because he seems like a nice fella.
Looks at the bag of tricks, mouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide Ratatouille.
Yeah, apparently it's a vegetable dish smothered with a orange liqueur, and I don't know how well it's gonna taste.
I'm willing to try anything with liquor in it.
Oh, that's so true. Well, it was so nice to meet you. I'm gonna go back and eat my really hot stew
Boyfriend?
that I'm gonna pretend
yeah.
isn't hot.
Alright.
Bye.
Have fun.
Okay.
What an interesting person. Let me write that down.
Don't talk to tieflings ever again.
Met an interesting tiefling. I think they were wanting to have a further relationship with me. Perhaps a friendship. I need more friends.
Oh.
Side
This is
note, they
so
might
good.
be too horny.
Nice.
Sorry there, Jesse. I saw the visible pain in your face.
I was just, I mean, everyone's got that one horny friend, so.
So the other then a Rogh walk over to the Minori table and they just look up like, may we help you?
Greetings. Helping over here that you were lamenting the lack of meat around these parts. You mind if we join you? We are also fans of a good bowl of a hearty stew or a nice good steak.
I love how our introduction to both of these guys was, I heard you have big ears. I too have big ears. And I heard you are a carnivore. I too am a carnivore.
It's always important when introducing
We're
yourself to
so
find common ground.
fucking awkward.
Well, it's always nice to find fellow meat eaters in society.
Just more of a food aficionado of all kinds, really. I mean, it's not exclusive to meat, but I do appreciate, a good cook. Listen, anyway, I couldn't help but overhear that y'all were thinking or hoping perhaps of, getting out of this place and finding a place a little more varied in the diet, as it were.
Oh,
And,
also less taxes and more job opportunities. We work the mines. It's really
you work the
annoying.
mine.
Yeah, we used to
What
be
do you do?
guards. Oh,
You don't
we now
say.
mine. Yeah. Yeah, we used to be guards, but we're too furry for the current occupants. So now we work
How
the
long have you
mines
been
with our
guarding?
friends. How long we've been guarding?
Right.
Well, we were members of the Watchdogs for probably 3 or 4 years before the Empire came in.
Oh, so you have previous experience with guarding, and
Mhm.
okay, you're looking for work, and I don't mean to sound presumptuous, but I think we might actually have an opportunity that you might find interesting. We're part of a crew on a traveling ship that will be leaving here pretty soon. We're tracking down a mine slayer vessel that we tracked to this place, and as soon as we've gone and destroyed it, I think we're going to be heading on to other parts. So if you'd really like to pick up and leave, you might want to come around and find us, maybe join us on our crew.
Sounds interesting. How about our families? We wouldn't really want to leave them behind either.
Oh, well, now that does present a problem, I'm afraid.
Yeah, because between the two of us, counting our spouses, we have litters of about, what is it, total? 12? No, 13 pups?
Oof, that's a lot of mouths to feed. I don't envy you.
Yeah, it's a lot. But they grow up so fast. Eventually they'll get old and just move out,
Right. Well, if they happen to do that before we leave, slim chance. But if they happen to do that before we leave, here I'm gonna hand him one of the origami birds, and self-address it.
Oh, nice.
And
The
just,
paper
here, if you
birds.
change your mind, just write a message on this and fold it up and let it go. It'll find me as long as we're still here.
Oh, message board. Yeah, we're used to these things. They're relatively common. We understand how they work. When we remember the watchdogs, we used to use them a lot.
Okay.
Oh my
Not to be
god.
considered-
Watch Dogs is the best fucking name for a town
Not to be
watch I've ever
confused with
heard.
the guard dogs. That is a completely different group. That's the army. The watchdogs are the cops.
Fuck. Even on this planet, nothing makes sense.
Patient
But yeah,
sneezes
no,
for
if-
some unknown reason.
If any of your other watchdogs don't have quite so many family ties or just find themselves more mobile, our ship's always looking for good, strong hands. And, if you've got guard experience, that just makes you more feel.
We got strong hands. In fact, most of our people are trained as defraggers.
I'm
What?
sorry?
You never heard of them? Oh wow, you must be from a weird place. Yeah, we learn the
from
mystic ability to
pretty far
harness
away.
arms. We become well armed when we fight.
I mean, my friend over there is really well armed too, but she's just got a big sword.
Oh shit, I thought you were talking about me.
No, you got
No, I
short
mean, you got
arms.
big
You're a
arms.
dwarf.
Yeah, but I hit really hard.
Yeah, you should see her on the punch. It's it's punchy.
We should call you Judy until you tell us your name, because you'll be a punching Judy.
Oh no, I'm Rogh.
Oh, hi, Rogh.
Thana.
Ah, Thana. Hey, I think we got a cousin named Thana.
I understand how some people haven't find it hard to pronounce, but just don't call me Rogh.
Woof. Yeah, we're good.
Not that.
So that's nice. Well, nice meeting you. You're
you
welcome
too.
to continue talking and chewing the shit, because sure knows we don't have any bones or meat to chew. We just have these delicious spiked potato. Spiked. Somebody's been putting booze in this again. Spiced potatoes.
Oh, I was thinking like cocaine or something. It's spiked potatoes.
I'm gonna go quietly mage hand like a little, like one of my pieces of jerky like over the table, just peeking up, just kind of.
Jerky, jerky, jerky. Just a
God,
random.
Mage Hand would make entertaining the dog so much easier. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Just
You
so
never
you know.
have to pick up dog shit again.
Pardon me. So yeah, there's more of that where we come from. Just something to chew over and think about.
The other one's like,
Yeah, we are though hunt and mind flayers if you have anybody that isn't interested in
tracking.
a
oh, the squid boom boom head guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
boom boom head guy. Oh shit head guys. Okay.
No, when they hit you with their thing, it feels like they're going boom, boom right in your head. It hurts.
Really?
Yeah. At
I
least
don't
that's what
actually
our cousins
remember
said.
that. The last time we ran into the one, I was gonna say we killed it, but I think it ran away, and I think I was unconscious by that point.
Yeah, no, there was just a big fucking brain dog.
Yeah, no, it was the brain dog and then the mind flayer, and the mind flayer ran away. And
Yeah, no, we just killed the
brain
brain dog, not the player.
Yeah, the brain dog kind of kicked my
So,
ass a little bit.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Pretty
Yeah,
nice.
but that was a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, just consider, and I'll let you get back to your potatoes.
Yeah.
They're really delicious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Way better than the bean salad with beans.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can see that for sure.
It's gonna be a rough
With the-
night tonight.
With bell sprouts on top.
Anyway,
Hmm.
all right. So I tried, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and we return and reconvene with the others.
You all have fun?
I mean, it was a nice chat. It seems like they might be good candidates if not for the families, but you can't have everything.
Yeah, they got even bigger families than we do. Apparently, among them, they've got, what was it, 14 kids?
I'd say they're probably like just a detachment of soldiers all by themselves if they really put their mind to it.
Yeah, basically.
It's amazing they can't get their act together and drive out the Xenon.
Well, I mean, 14
There's so
people
many of them.
versus an empire.
14. No, I'm talking about them as a species. I mean, look, I don't know.
we
I
don't
don't mean to
know.
presume, but if this is biological and not just cultural, if those people can reproduce at that rate, shit.
I don't know. Maybe they're like the Trog, and most of them are more peaceful.
Maybe. Anyway, how did you guys do?
I think Patience sat there and ate soup.
Mm-hmm.
How was the soup?
Mild.
Oh yeah, totally. Mhm.
What did the weird elf have to say?
Oh, their name is Nyx. They're a race called Rye. Which
Fuck, we forgot to ask what their race is called, Rogh.
I
Other
felt
than
really
wolf
weird.
people.
I don't know. That sounds like a really weird thing to ask.
Yeah,
That's not a good there's not an easy segue into that.
Hey, Thana, what race are
Um,
you?
I mean, we asked the same thing of the
I've never seen a person with a beard like yours
Shadow
before. What kind of
Sea.
race are you?
Right.
Okay, I feel bad already. Don't-
You're fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're clearly outsiders.
Sorry, I'm just a little on edge. I miss Hope.
Here, look.
And I finish
Oh.
off my soup.
I'll make it. I'll use Presto and make the soup smell like the top of Hope's head, just to give you a little pick me up.
I immediately stopped drinking it then.
That's
Yeah.
so weird. That's so weird.
She's fine. She's looked after people we can trust. So
I can understand those wolf men caring about their family. If they tried to do something, I think we lost Kevin and Kat.
oh no.
I can understand them not wanting to risk their children by trying to start something as crazy as a revolution. It's more peaceful to be under these conditions.
But it's also oppression. And
Yeah.
any right-thinking free spirit should never want to put up with it.
Oh, there we go. All right. There
Yeah.
we go. Hello, hi.
And
Hey.
we're-
Hi, how's it going?
Not bad. Just need to switch all the windows. How you doing?
We were just having a really deep discussion about freedom and how it should be the right of all sentient beings.
Okay, Optimus.
Thank you. Glad you got that.
Yeah. Did me and Katrina both drop or just me?
Both of you.
Yeah, both of
Okay.
us.
How many things are you downloading?
I'm not downloading anything. I just had like a lot of tabs open.
Hmm.
Because I thought
More
my
than we used to.
computer could handle it. And it's like, no, you get one Google Doc and Discord and Zoom, and that's it. No mas.
Well, let me take out like the 14 things I have up.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, yeah, as you were worrying about Hope, it cuts back to the ship, and you see the halfling and the kids are like, "Okay, Hope, remember when Patience comes back, the new words we're trying to teach you: fuck, shit, penis." Got that?
Why?
Infant.
Oh, my first words. Oh.
I'm gonna kill him.
And he would be so proud when he's like, "Hey, where's Hope?" And you're just like, "Fuck, that'll be awesome."
I'm not even gonna lie, Thana would find that to be the funniest thing ever.
I would just be waiting for the inevitable, like, just sudden spell to come flying out of the doorway and just slap one of them upside the head, you know?
It's
Yeah,
like,
so is
oh,
there
it's saying the
anything-
first word. Fuck. Cuts to another scene. God damn it!
Is there anything that we needed to like buy or stock up on in this place? We've only been traveling for like 3 days. We should still have plenty of rations, I think.
Well, if we stop giving it to the locals, yeah.
Valid. I think I'm gonna go find someplace to find some rations, and by rations I mean dried beans, because that's probably all they fucking have.
I mean,
They have
we
tried fruits and vegetables
Oh,
too.
that too. Okay.
and nuts
Yeah.
Okay.
still need protein.
Just because they don't have jerky doesn't mean this trail mix doesn't have any meat in it, and you bought it.
Well, yeah, but that's because, like, me as a person, I kind of prefer vegetables and fruit sometimes, but like Thana's
Just
not
saying,
me.
you get, like,
Are you
dried
saying Thanos
bananas
not a
and-
person? Come on.
No, I'm saying me personally. Thana uses a lot more energy than I do.
On a less awkward subject, why don't we just go hunting our own food? You know, the old school way.
Did we run into any animals on the way here? Did we
Two
see any like deer?
two giant frogs.
Well, other than frogs. Frogs don't make
Um,
for the greatest
I
eating.
mean, you weren't really hunting, so you weren't like checking them out, but there was wildlife as you were hopping.
Yeah, it's just when you're in town, it gets taxed, but we're not citizens of this town,
That's valid.
and we're just going by.
Oh yeah, I'll turn around and I'll ask the shopkeep. It's like, do they have any laws on hunting outside? Like, are the Xenons like banning people from foraging and shit, or can you go out and find your own?
There are certain areas that are preserves specifically for the dragons, but if you're not in one of those preserves, they don't really care as much because you're not within their. They can't enforce the entire land, so they mainly stick around the cities and the population centers. But unless it's a forest preserve for a dragon, you should be fine.
I'm hoping, and those are like.
Okay, when you
clearly
say
marked,
dragon,
so we don't have.
you mean true dragon.
We've encountered dragons before. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure.
Well, how do you define true dragon? Because there's some scholars who define the true dragons as just the metallic and the chromatic, which are around, but there's also different breeds that are not amongst those, but they are still dragons.
Big fuck off has wings, breathes.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
the Dragon
Yeah.
Emperor is a great worm, like one of the oldest, most powerful Xenon dragons around. So there's that. He controls
There's
everything.
that word again. So I mean,
Big worm?
clearly this place. No, Xenon. Clearly, this place just has like a whole different set of dragons from the kind that we're used to back home. We're from very, 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 very far away.
Yeah, you said you're from
we have-
Smurfington. You should know about that. I mean, there is the library in Smurfington, the Azure Library. I mean, I was pretty sure that
okay,
information.
I'm from even further away, so I'm not used to all this nonsense.
Oh yeah, you're
You might have told me by the accent.
yeah, you're elf. So you're probably from the Rose place. I can't remember its name. It's pretty far away, but yeah.
Rose
there's huge-
Metallica?
Yeah, that sounds about right. See, your friend knows. You should talk to him more about things.
Fuck did he do that?
I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm just BSing. Let's just play along.
Oh, you mean the Smurfin Town thing wasn't planned?
It's like, how did patients think of that as you walk through town? There was one like sign that's like, it's like, go to Smurfington for a fun time, and it just stuck in his brain.
Rosa Gallica, 5,000 miles that way.
It's like it's that area is free from the Empire. The Empire only controls two faces.
Yeah,
Right.
we know that. Yeah, let's go. All right.
Let's go.
Let's get a rest. Yeah. It's been a long day hopping. No, let's.
I mean, it kind of has, yeah.
Oh, we yeah. If you want the rooms, that would be 5 silver a night. Do you want just one large communal room? Do you want your own private rooms?
I don't care either way.
Because we do have the adventurer special for the 5 silver, where it's like 6 beds, and it's just kind of open room with a bunch of chests and a couple locks. Because adventurers tend to be paranoid.
Uh-huh.
It also has a
Okay.
bath.
Let's go with that
Because
one.
adventurers tend to
Yeah,
smell.
sign me the fuck up.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
it's like I said, 5 silver for that room. Like I said, the
Done.
only downside is all 4 of you would be sharing with each other. I don't know how close you are.
I don't care. I haven't washed my hair in like 4 days.
Use your key card.
Neat.
Card?
Okay.
And it's got these little ridges and dots in it, so when you insert it, the tumblers all come
Oh,
up in a
God.
specific way. And
What is this, Space Quest?
Uh-huh.
and the door will open because that's how it works. It's supposed to a normal key. It's harder to duplicate because if you just use like normal material, it tends to break. So you need to get the nice little flexible, harder metal. At least that's what the sales pitch was. I don't know how accurate it is. I might have got
Alright.
ripped off. I don't know.
Looks at Rogh with prestidigitation that can make a tiny little object of that size.
I don't know how detailed it is though.
But yeah. As I say, it's safer and more secure, and also with the keys, I don't have to like rekey like every lock and stuff. If the key's missing, I can just like apparently just punch out a new card in the machine. It's supposed to be easier.
Okay.
Would you like some ice cream?
Yes.
Yes.
Comes back.
We
It's
haven't
like
had ice cream in so long.
yeah, some travelers a while back introduced me to the recipes. I've got a funky monkey. I've got vanilla. I got a
I'm trying to
Yes.
remember.
Brownie batter. Sorry.
Are we all still
Okay.
cool? As in, we have the Rings of Winter still in us? I think we got them removed.
No, that
didn't
was
we?
removed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
and my specialty, orange creamsicle.
I believe we have the Ring of Dragon. Like, I still have the Ring of Dragon from before. I didn't get rid of it. I just quit using it.
Bane ripped the Rings of Winter out of you,
Mm.
or the new version made his own.
Oh, that's right.
So
Ring
there's
of-
now the Ring of Bane in the realm somewhere.
Cool.
Not really. It's more Baney.
Yeah. It just gives you like different things. He does charge more than the other place, so it's like 5 copper a scoop as opposed to the cheaper price of the Rings of Winter.
Good deal.
Done. That's awesome.
I get it and go upstairs.
I'll do the creamsicle.
There you go.
Yeah. The orange creamsicle, yep.
Oh, and if you come down tomorrow for breakfast, I got a new recipe you have to try. It's orange eggs. It's eggs with orange liqueur.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
I'm sensing somebody bought too much orange liqueur.
We're in
Yes.
Florida.
Oh,
It's like my cousin Florida over ordered the orange liqueur the other day. So
it's got like a
Stuck with it.
50,000 apostrophes in the name.
Does
Florida.
the local noble go by the name the Grand Marnier?
Nearby, there's Margaritaville.
Oh,
Sorry, Callie.
I was gonna make a joke about Margaritaville earlier. That's why. I don't know what's up
Only
with
if you want me to kill you. Okay, so
A lot of senior
When we go
citizens have moved here because it's the warmer part of the continent.
No
when
one
we
knows
go
how
up
to
to the
drive.
room, when we go up to the room, we're also actually going to like look around and just make sure the place isn't, fucked with at all. And then he's going to go ahead and cast Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion on the wall and remind everybody that here we've got a big fuck off mansion with food and servants and everything, so we don't have
Nice.
to hang out in the room all night.
Well,
And,
shit, we
you know,
should have gone
you
with
could-
the cheaper one. I forgot that.
Yeah,
About one.
yeah. Well, nobody fucking asked me. I'll just went ahead and got the fuck.
I forgot.
Well, we didn't have to rent anything out.
Well, no, we
Well,
didn't. But clearly are, and we've done paid for it, and we've supported the local economy, so good for us.
Yeah.
Now then, who wants some dinner? He's gonna go outside and just
Oh my
set
god,
about
you have
the
sausage.
evening.
Wait, what?
He's got everything.
I think Mordenkainen's Magnificent Mansion just has the servants. It doesn't have food and stuff, does it?
No, I think it does.
Check. Pretty sure it does.
Yeah. But we go, rest up. And then I
Contains
guess.
sufficient food to serve a 9-course banquet for up to 100 people.
Oh,
Holy
wow.
fuck.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this place is stacked. Like, read the description. It's amazing in there. I don't know why we're not doing this every night. Like, if I don't use my status level slot, this is what I want to do with it.
Why do high-level wizards not just do this as a business?
I mean, you could. It would be incredibly pricey, and it would be very
Yeah.
lucrative.
Oh, yeah. It'd be super pretentious. It would only be for 8 hours. Like, they'd be only open for 8 hours, you know? Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
by the time
'cause
you're
you only
casting,
get-
by the time you're casting 7th level spells on the regular, you probably already are super wealthy to begin with.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, a retired wizard. That's like...
I mean, that's Azra's plan, yo.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100%.
That's a good retirement strategy.
She was aiming to do the thing where if you cast it for 100 days in a row, or for every day for a year, you can make it permanent.
Yeah, that would be nice. But when have we ever sat still long enough? Like, I would love to make like a
Well, that's why it's a
teleportation circle, like,
retirement
at our
plan
house.
for her. That's a retirement plan for her. It hasn't happened yet.
Right.
Yeah. We rest, and then I guess tomorrow we're going further into the Empire.
Okay.
Does anyone have any items they want to keep really locked tight?
Like,
I mean, I can
Oh.
throw the bag of holding into one of these chests, but I mean, we could just take it into the mansion with us. And can you can just anybody roll up on in here? Or?
Oh, that
no,
reminds me.
I can. If you get in.
What affects the bag of holding?
What do you mean?
Can the bag of holding be in a
Oh, yeah,
demi-blind?
No, you need to leave that in the chest in the room
Oh, okay.
because it's an extra dimensional space. So you don't want to
Oh,
bring
okay.
anything.
Let me double check that.
All right.
Yeah, so check your bag of holding at the door, but otherwise, fine.
I put the bag of holding in the locked chest.
So, do anything else for the day? Just sleep the next day? Like a bunch of college
mean-
students?
We could go check out that library, see if there was anything left. They didn't say they
I mean-
burned it, so maybe there are still some books left in the rubble.
Certainly, I would be interested.
I mean, we do have a full day. We've only been here for a little bit.
Sure. Let's go.
Yeah. Anybody else want to come?
I'm gonna keep an eye on Patience. Make sure he doesn't
Oh.
hurt himself.
I'm just
Okay, well,
I'm
you
just
can have
aloof
fun.
in the mansion, I guess.
Aloof. They sitting there
You'll
with like
enjoy
a
it.
little goblet of wine, just like.
Yeah, probably.
I'm just imagining like the sad staring at the windows, but like it's an illusion. So it's just like, oh,
He's really just
that's real
staring at a
sad.
wall.
I just imagined that one of the windows has like an illusion of what our view was outside the window in the tavern.
Or it's
Mm.
the
I
most
don't know, I just
beautiful,
imagined
wonderful
it.
scene ever, and he's just trying to be able to press, but it's like a Tiny Toons like happy scene.
Mm-hmm.
So-
That's better. I like that. To the library ruins.
Here's the library. Here.
So as you walk around town, you notice that especially Rogue with his 3000th passive perception, you notice that a lot of even though they are like in charge, the Xenons seem to be consistently fighting with one another and stuff, or like if there's a disagreement, they fight. If they're bored,
They're Klingon.
they fight. Yeah. So it's like very much war based, and most other people kind of like leave them alone. And even though there's that stratification, like they aren't actively going around hurting or crushing people and stuff. That's more like, so long as you're not messing with us and giving us all
Bureaucratic
your money,
oppression.
you can just do what you want, kind of thing.
Oh boy, woe be to the Xenon that tries to shake us down and has to catch the Thanadis.
But you go and
Yeah,
you
they
see,
haven't stopped me because apparently my staff just looks like a walking stick.
and as you walk, you come to the ruins of the library, and you see an individual with like the robes and the hood, just kind of like going through the debris, just like moving things. Like, gotta find stuff here.
Can we like move around so that we can see under the hood, see what they look like?
As you move around, the person's like, ah!
Oh, sorry. Hi. How's it going? Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not necessary.
Roll initiative.
What do
I'm
they
kidding.
look like?
Okay.
Are they dragonborn, humanoid?
They are human, and they're just like,
They're human.
Dragonborn
Relax.
annoyed.
It's cool. We're just here to do the exact same thing you're doing.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Because he's a nerd and he likes books, and we're
I
not from
beg
around
your
here.
pardon. It's for the preservation of knowledge.
Nerd stuff. Yeah.
Yes, they took down the library, and they managed to. They took a lot of the books out, but there's some that are still buried. I believe they weren't. I was checking the system, and they weren't all there. So I'm sure they're. I was a librarian here. I spent years and years getting this. It was one of the greatest libraries in the region, only rivaled by the Trogs. Stupid Trogs. Always like, ooh, I get all the knowledge in books, and but no. Anyway, yeah, I tried to preserve what I could and took a few out and gave a couple to a few colleagues, but they don't like books that tell the true history of things. But they're rebuilding a library. They said if I'm obedient and don't fuck up, I'll be able to work there.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, I'm trying to
So
dig through the rubble. It's kind of heavy. You seem like a young strapping person. Help me out.
Are you here just to recover the books, or are you going to be squirreling them away from your masters?
I'm not going to give it to them. That's for sure. They're my books. Fuck them.
Quite.
My books.
Well, I suppose we could
I
get
spent
that.
years trying to get this library going, as did my father and my father's father and my father's father's fathers.
God, yeah, okay, forgot.
8 generations we have built this library.
So what do you say, Thunder? We're going to give him a hand or two?
Yeah, sure. I start sifting through the rubble.
Good.
Give him a hand or two. Thana uses flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Yeah,
thanks
just
for
like
helping me.
punch the rubble.
This is probably going to be like weeks of work to get through everything, make sure everything is recovered.
Oh, fuck that noise. I polymorph into a mammoth.
What'd you polymorph into?
Into a what?
A mammoth? Is that not an issue?
That is not going to be efficient at uncovering books.
No, but it is very efficient at moving rubble around.
Yeah, you're just gonna move the rubble and destroy the books more.
No, I list things up, the big shit, so you guys can fit the little shit. You need a big beast of burden that's smart enough to handle shit, and also they happen to have a trunk.
As you go to start trying to lift things, you do notice some people are just starting to come around, and you see them pulling out knives and stuff like meat.
No.
Meat.
Mammoth is not meat. He is a person. Also, I will smack you really hard with my staff if you shank my mammoth.
Yeah, no, the mammoth is going to turn around and is going to somehow manage to shape the tip of its trunk into something resembling a middle finger.
Yeah, the peasantry and stuff are just like,
Wait, how many hit points does a mammoth have? You might not even have anything to fear from these guys.
No,
No, all of them could
126.
stab you, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, no, I'm not particularly worried about getting fucked with. But I'm gonna go back to like nudging aside big boulders and rebar and moving things and helping.
Yeah, Then is just doing the little lifting of little rocks in any book that we come upon. If it looks interesting, then I'll throw it in our sack, and if not, then I'll hand it to the
As
What's
you
your
are,
huh?
What's your strength?
Not great, but I have really good athletics.
Oh, okay. Because I was like
Okay.
imagining just like grabbing like handfuls of like big chunks of rock and just like flinging them overhand over her shoulder, and like you could just hear thuds in the background and the occasional.
Yeah.
Rogh, as you're doing that, you do feel a small like ping in your leg as you kind of look and you see a goblin like.
I would like to reach down and grab the goblin with my trunk.
All right.
Oh, look, Rogh,
Reach
you
down.
found a friend.
Yeah, you just kind of grab him. He's like, ah.
Okay. I would like to eat the goblin.
I don't know how well he's going to taste, but
No,
I mean, I
yeet with a Y.
Oh,
I would like to,
that would have been intimidating. Just people like, "Heh."
I also heard
Mammoth.
eat.
Oh.
I was like, what?
Eat a goblin.
It's like a horse that eats a bird. I don't know if you've seen that, but there's horses that eat like a canary that was like flying by.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
that's so
roll
funny.
roll athletics to yeet.
Oh god.
Yay. Okay. So Mammoth has a +7 strength score. Okay. Holy fuck. Okay. It's gonna be a 24.
So you eat him some distance. You just hear him go, yeah.
Oh, it's a shame we don't have Sirenscape up for the Wilhelm scream. Yeah.
So how long do you plan on shifting to the rubble? Because as you said, to
Well-
basically go through everything is a labor-intensive process, but that doesn't mean you can't find nothing until the end of the week. Obviously, at the end of the week,
Yeah.
it's just basically everything's been moved, categorized, that kind of stuff.
Well, we only have our mammoth for an hour, I think, because polymorph only lasts an hour, right?
Sure, but I've got extra spell slots for the day.
That's valid. What time of day is it by the time we're here when we started?
You're gonna have to face the camera.
Yeah, we couldn't hear shit. Still can't hear shit. Okay, you're a troll. I can tell you didn't say shit. We cannot hear you.
It's about 3 in the afternoon when you started.
Dedicated to the bit. Inspiration for the DM.
I'd be good with
After-
like 3 castings of it, 3 hours or so, and then head home by nightfall.
Yeah, I can manage that.
Oh,
Considering we're not really going to be able to see anything after dark anyway. Oh fuck!
ahead.
Never mind. All of us have dark vision, but still, like
Serene would have noticed.
half
Since
elves
you're
don't. I think you do.
half elves do.
Oh,
have-
half elves do, but mammoths don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I'd have to turn back first.
It's fine.
Serene, I would leave the magnificent mansion for a bit, and a shadowy door appears, and I walk into it. And then about like a few seconds later, I walk back out, and then I go back into the mansion.
Patience,
Yep.
are you okay?
Yep, just putting something away so no one can take it.
I know you're really upset over Hope, and I don't know really what to say about that, but
She's in safe hands. Just sooner we can get back to better. Is that a crying cat outside?
I guess.
Meanwhile, in the ethereal plane, where all demi-planes are made, there's an ethereal cat. Meow. Let me into your plane, please.
I want to go to the other plane. It's
No,
the
it just
same
wants to
plane,
stand in-
Cat. I can change
I want
it.
to
It just
stand
wants
in
to
the
stand in
middle.
dimensional portal.
Yeah, I want to stand in
Yeah.
the middle between your plane and the other plane.
Mhm,
Yeah, it wants to be simultaneously inland and outland.
mhm.
Serene says, well, I didn't really have a good relationship with my parents, but my mom did give me one thing, and that was a lullaby. So if you want to know I can teach you a lullaby to sing to Hope if you would like.
Sure.
Okay. She will sing the lullaby that I'm not singing right now because my throat hurts, but it's the same one that I used in Written in Stone, and I can send it to you if you want.
Okay,
But
that works. That'd be great.
She hopes that cheers you up because she doesn't know what else to do.
Yeah, it would cheer him up a little bit.
She pats him on the shoulder and says, "You're a good friend."
Hand through the horn. No, I'm kidding.
3 hours later, come back. We got nerd shit. I found books. Rogue turned into a
librarian's like,
mammoth
"My
and
books!
got
My books!"
bitten by a goblin.
Oh no, he's gonna turn into a were-goblin.
Oh no, it's okay. The goblin was going to turn into a were-mammoth. He got the wrong end of that deal.
Okay, question. Do you feel like giving directions to anybody?
Not usually.
Okay, you're not gonna be a were-goblin, you're fine.
God damn it.
How could you forget?
It took me a second to get the pun.
They're goblin.
Oh,
No,
I
I'm
didn't
more of
even
a
think. I didn't even
were-goblin.
think were-goblin like WHERE.
Oh. I thought that was a joke.
No,
Yeah,
because
that was the joke.
well, it is now. All right. Okay. All right.
I got both sides of the
This is a
joke.
reference.
It was funny.
There's a reference to something.
Yeah.
The goblin
Oh.
that led you over a month the wrong direction.
Oh, fuck that guy. I usually want to use him too.
No, I like to think that because when you're a mammoth, you have the intelligence of a mammoth, so there's a good chance the mammoth genuinely did not remember that. It was just like this subconscious hatred of goblins that caused you to yeet that thing.
Yeah. As you guys sit, grab the books and stuff, the librarian follows you into the inn. Like,
Oh no, I would have given him half. I didn't want to take them all.
my books.
At least let us read them first. We helped.
Hold on. Walks over. Hand you these little cards. Those are library cards. You're allowed to
Does
take one
everybody
book
get
out of the
these things
library,
out?
but you got to return it in a week. Library cards? No, just librarians.
Cool. The mammoth counts as like 15, right? Because he's gigantic.
No, so one person, one brain.
The mammoth is going to lean down and kind of like narrow its little squinty eyes at him. I want to roll intimidation.
Does he have advantage because he's a fucking mammoth?
Nah,
Aw.
librarian's a big cookie.
This is really
What?
funny because both Serene and Patience don't know this is happening at all because they're in a demiplane, but probably everyone in town's like, holy shit, there's a fucking mammoth outside the tavern.
I got a nat 20.
All right. I won't charge
2
late fees
books
for you.
each.
He feels like the tip of the trunk like gently wrapping around his ankle as if suggesting that this might not be the last yeet he had got in him today.
These are my books. Mine.
And you'll get them.
Hey, library card. You get to take a book for a week. No late fees.
I have more than one book in the bag, but yeah.
Yeah, you
The
got one
mammoth
book
thinks
for
it
a
would be a
week with
great
the...
idea if the librarian came with the books and is going to like
Is it-
try and pick him up and put him on his back.
I'm being mammoth napped.
And he's just going to start ambling back to the hotel.
I like to think.
No,
Yep.
I like to
the
think
cart. My
Mammoth.
cart full of books. Grab it.
I like to think Mammoth napped is like, no, I'm being Mammoth napped. Oh, it's really warm up.
I go back to get his cart.
My books.
What?
and
Were you?
then
He's a
Dog
little
to catch
human,
back
right?
up with the mammoth.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I will set him down gently but firmly upon arrival, just to remind him that yes, I am a fucking mammoth. and then turn back and like as he's transforming back clothes and just give him that very significant kind of look, and then walk inside as if daring him to say one goddamn thing.
Books. Not yours. Thieves. 1 week. You both
Got
have
it.
a library card. 1 week per book
Yep.
that you borrowed. Once you come back, I will lend you out other books. That's how libraries work.
Yep.
From inside the hotel, you just hear.
Ah, you had the beans too. Bean
Yeah.
salad with mayo.
Oh no.
How long
I
were
don't
they
remember
gone?
whether we said that
3 hours.
3 hours.
Okay, so the shadowy door is gone by the time you guys get back.
Heyo.
Does it smell like shadows in here?
The shadowy door definitely would not have been in the Magnificent Mansion.
No, I'm saying it's like in the actual like hotel room we paid for.
Oh. The Tranquil Sea would know what shadows smell like.
Been in the fucking Shadowfell long enough.
Mm-hmm.
Smells like emo.
Smells like useless Warlock.
So, as y'all sit down for that evening, we will be ending the game there. So next week, more book reading and figuring out what to do next.
Yeah. Yay.
Yes. I say, met some friends. You
Yeeted
Are
a
in a new town?
goblin.
Yeah. Poor goblin. He just wanted some meat. But yeah,
And
so
I'm just thinking about like what happens if you because if you kill the mammoth, it just turns back into you.
Yeah, basically.
We will start with our plugs. We will start with Mammoth.
Sorry.
Putting that actor
next
feed to good use.
next Saturday is Ghost of Salt Marsh, where we are going to be leading the assault against the Sahuagin forces that have invaded.
Yeah,
trying
hopefully,
to invade Salt Marsh.
hopefully
We're
me
gonna
and Jesse
stomp.
will actually get to do something this time.
The
Yeah,
assault
yeah, I know.
on Salt.
Assault Marsh. Yes,
Yeah.
it's Assault Marsh. So looking
Name of the
forward to
episode.
that. Yeah. And then next Friday after that, next week, it will be the next Retroverse episode where we finish up the encounter with the Cyblight forces in the basketball game.
Oh,
After
yeah.
Yeah, I think Bark needs some help though. Like he's pretty toasty. Remember,
I
it was
feel
Lyra
like-
went down.
I feel like
Lyra.
Lyra is in greater need right now.
Yeah, no, I just
Lyra.
remembered. I was kind of like replaying the episode, and Bark was pretty fucked up, and then Lyra got all the way fucked up. So yeah, we're gonna have to fix that when we get back in there. Unfortunately, Simon's not a healer, so it's gonna be up to Crypto.
I didn't have a chance to heal myself. I was so close. to-
Sorry.
Well, look, if you actually die, I can reboot you, but that's about as far as I can help.
You guys have potions.
No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, like Simon
I'm also
specifically
not.
went and bought a shitload of potions. Anyway, yeah.
Reminds me of a certain gnome that had an entire keg filled with potion healing.
I feel like we should give Dio some like trank darts filled with potions of healing, so she can just shoot healing potions at us.
And name her
So-
I
Anna.
feel like that would be inspired.
Okay,
No,
so
it was oh fuck,
Any
what
other
was
plugs?
Sage's lizard folk's name? He
Oh,
had those.
Oh, no more plugs for me. Sorry, moving on.
Let's go with Cat.
Jenna, plugs.
Hi, yeah. So next Friday is Retroverse Corruption. I'm not sure what they're gonna do next. I'm gonna assume and hope that they're going to finally get their fucking money. And then after that, who knows? Yeah. And then I'm in the Salt Marsh game. And follow me on Twitter. I do freelance like editing and development editing. And hopefully in the next month or so you'll see some stuff from me on DM's Guild.
Callie?
Hello. You can find me at Cap Callie on Twitter. I do art. I have commissions open. Unfortunately, Dungeon Academy is on hiatus for the next few weeks. So my next game might be Thursday with Furry Road, but that also might be on hiatus. So my next game might actually be Saturday with the Chaos Crew at 3:00 on this channel. So check that out and check out all of the, all of the stuff that I do on Twitter. Anyway.
Word. And that leaves me. Scotty.
Yeah, if you like this show or any of the other shows on here, they're all available on YouTube as well. Backlog. If you're watching this live, I think it just started about 9 minutes ago. The latest To Hell We Ride is premiering on YouTube, where the group is pretty much almost done with Descent into Avernus. This Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the final episode. So yeah, you can follow me there on YouTube. All the links are down below if you're on Twitch. I also do, since we got a lot of freelancing going on, I freelance on Fiverr. If you follow me on Twitter, it is linked to my profile, my Fiverr account, and I have a lot of different gigs you can choose from. Yeah, that's my stuff.
All right. And I have nothing but this game, and yeah, that's the only one that people care about.
Non-streamed games.
Yeah, and the non-streamy.
Spoofy?
So yeah, spiffy. So next week, hopefully, more Waterdeep. See how this little arc plays out, and then see how the future holds. And hopefully, we have some Sirenscape up because they're a wonderful sound set. It's just unfortunately new computers, new computer rigs, sound issues, as it does.
Yeah.
As it does. But other than that, I think we're all golden. So see you when we see you.
Ciao.
See you next Sunday.
Ciao, ciao. Yay! Ah!